Member for Kamloops Centre.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Unfortunately, the Premier didn't answer the question directly. He wandered all over the map, and he did reference a heckle, but he didn't actually answer the question directly, and it's a pretty straightforward question. It was a relatively straightforward answer he gave on road pricing, but not on vehicle levies. So again, I appreciate the Premier may want to have a little flourish after his initial answer, but if he could stick to the actual question in his original first few words, is this government contemplating, very clearly, contemplating a vehicle levy as the additional revenue source for TransLink, or are they contemplating allowing TransLink to have the legislative capability to impose a vehicle levy, and is that the funding source that they keep talking about of this mystery new funding for TransLink?
Minister of Transportation.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and I appreciate the question from the other side of the House. We've made it clear. I've made it clear. The Premier's made it clear. We will not be introducing road pricing into the province of British Columbia. But thank you, Honourable Speaker. Well, it's really interesting to hear the heckling from the other side, Honourable Speaker, because during the election campaign, their solution to the
Please continue.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker.
Members, if you are interested in listening to that answer, let him speak.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. We know from the opposition that when it comes to transit and long-term sustainable funding, Honourable Speaker, they have no answers, Honourable Speaker, because they don't recognize the importance of transit to our economy in British Columbia. They don't recognize the importance, Honourable Speaker, in terms of being able to provide transit-oriented development so that people can buy affordable places to live and have alternatives to using motor vehicles, Honourable Speaker, which is what the public has been asking for, what the business community has been asking for, Honourable Speaker, and is what is just plain common sense, Honourable Speaker, something missing from that side of the House. What we have committed to do, Honourable Speaker, with the latest agreement with TransLink, which saw the province put $312 million to cover their operating funds with equal contribution from the local governments, Honourable Speaker, is to look at what other alternative sources will ensure the long-term sustainability when it comes to the operations of TransLink. Because we know, Honourable Speaker, that they have declining gas tax revenues that have come about through, one, more fuel-efficient vehicles, one, more people taking transit, and two, the growth of electric vehicles. They are saying we need to make up those shortfalls in order to maintain the transit system and expand the transit system, which we need in this province, Honourable Speaker. We have no preconceived ideas as to what those solutions will be, but we have committed to work with TransLink to ensure that we can put in place operational sustainability for TransLink and also recognize that affordability is key to doing that, and we will do just that.
Kamloops Centre supplemental.
Talk about no answers, Mr. Speaker. So we'll try for a third time. The minister answered about road pricing. This will be the third question now without a clear answer, apparently, by this government around vehicle levies. Now, this is a government that has cut $2 billion out of their revenue with carbon tax. We're starting to see changes that pays for on all sorts of green transit initiatives and active transportation and a whole wide range. EV vehicle rebates, all those things. The government are the ones that said there would be a new funding source for TransLink. The question, been asked twice today, so this is the third time, is very clear. Is that new funding source going to be a vehicle levy, or will the government commit today that they will not impose a vehicle levy, nor will they allow TransLink the legislative ability to bring in a vehicle levy for their new funding revenue?
Minister.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, I've made it clear. We're going to work with TransLink on what are sustainable solutions, Honourable Speaker.
Members. Minister will continue.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. It's funny the member from Abbotsford said it sounds like a yes to him, because when I look at the statements that the member sitting right behind him, the member from Surrey Serpentine, who, calm down, member, apparently supported a mobility tax, Honourable Speaker, when the member was mayor and sat on the board, and said what fundamentally the Commission has done is really getting us out of the gate with a very difficult discussion, but one that needs to be had. The member was one of several mayors at the meeting who expect general support for the concept of mobility pricing, Honourable Speaker. Express support.
Members, come to order.
Actually, Honourable Speaker. Actually, Honourable Speaker, what the opposition needs to get ready for is for a government that is committed to ensuring long-term sustainable funding for TransLink, Honourable Speaker, getting ready for a government that will continue to invest in transit, Honourable Speaker, such as the $5.9 billion being built on the south side of the Fraser, the Surrey-Landry SkyTrain station, Honourable Speaker. I don't see any one of them on that side saying don't build it. I don't see any one of them on that side saying don't give us more buses, Honourable Speaker. I don't see any one of them on that side not asking to expand transit in their communities across the province, Honourable Speaker. It's got to be funded, but it's got to be funded affordably, and we will work with local government to do just that.